Hello and welcome to what is probably the most talked about engine swap of update 1.35 to Gran Turismo 7. This is the Alpine A110 and this vehicle can be fitted with a 1000 brake horsepower engine from the Nissan GTR. And watch till the end of the video to actually see how fast we can actually push this vehicle. But before we do that, we're gonna see how this vehicle is stock. So if you guys do go on to enjoy this video, well, hit that subscribe button. Now when you first pick up the Alpine A110, you can pick it up from Brand Central for around 80,000 credits, or you can obtain this vehicle by achieving all gold times in the International A license test, so you can pick it up for absolutely free. But how does it feel to be behind the wheel of it? Well, the vehicle was never designed to set any top speed or be super car fast. It really resembles and is competition for the Alfa Romeo 4C. These cars I feel would be perfect head to head because they are super lightweight and designed to go around corners as fast as possible and just give the driver an insane experience through the corners. And that is exactly what the Alpine A110 does. Now, the vehicle comes standard with an 1800cc mid-engine rear-wheel drive setup with a turbocharged TCE 5MP engine which produces 248 brake horsepower. So the vehicle is not the most powerful, but as I said, the vehicle is lightweight. It weighs just over 1100 kgs, so that's basically nothing. And with the vehicle having a very solid body thanks to it being a strong aluminum chassis, well, the vehicle is able to take corners quite hard. So you're able to really just push this vehicle to its limits in its standard form and making it a fun and enjoyable experience. But let's just say you aren't happy with how the vehicle performs standard. Well, by all means you can still head on over and upgrade this vehicle. So if you head on over to a tuning shop, this vehicle will cost you a pretty penny to upgrade, and that's because the parts are not the cheapest. But one thing I must say with this vehicle has to be that it has one of the most gorgeous interiors in Gran Turismo 7. I know this is completely unrelated to anything, but I just had to mention it because it's honestly gorgeous to look at. So the Alpine, once you finish upgrading the vehicle after spending lots of money, well, you're gonna be left with about 488 brake horsepower and a weight of 904 kgs. So we dropped 200 kgs and added quite a bit of power. And especially if you add aero parts like a front splitter, a rear spoiler, side skirts, the vehicle really just becomes such a good track vehicle. Yes, it is slightly lacking power still, but the vehicle is absolutely insane to handle. Now I'm going to post the tune for this at the very end of the video. Now the setup for this vehicle is absolutely the same. I did not change it when I added the engine swap, so the suspension and all of that is the same. So at the very end this tune will be there. So when it comes to actually racing the Alpine with its standard engine being fully upgraded, well, the car is it's decent. You are going to be able to complete Clubman Cups in it because the vehicle just has that capability. Now fully upgraded on racing softs max downforce, the vehicle has 725 performance points, which means with some detuning we can actually bring that figure down to 700, and then you can use this for the WTC 700 around Le Mans. Now it's not going to be one of the best vehicles for this event, and that's just frankly because the vehicle is not going to have the best fuel efficiency. You're going to have to run on fuel map level 6 and you're going to set lap times around the 4:20 mark, which is quite slow compared to some of the faster vehicles in the game. But as I said, the Alpine was not meant for super long straightaways. It was meant for a circuit with a lot of corners. This car is an absolute beast around Tsukuba and is super fun. Even when it is bone stock with no upgrades, zero traction around Tsukuba. It is such a blast and such a joy to drive. So the Alpine A110, even with the engine, the standard engine being fully upgraded, it is quite fast. We see lap times around a 1 minute 34 second mark around Kyoto driving park, and the car is just so lightweight and chuckable that it's just a fun driving experience. But let's say you want a lot more out of your Alpine A110. Well, in fact, if you head on over to GT Auto, well, you're gonna be able to engine swap it with the Nissan GTR engine out of the R35 Nismo. Now, this vehicle, after you spend a lot of money fully upgrading this engine, well, you're gonna see power figures that are extremely high. And when I say extremely high, I mean we see a power figure of 1042 brake horsepower, with us only adding about 80 kgs. So the power added onto the vehicle compared to the weight added as well is just, honestly, it's not comparable. We more than double the brake horsepower of it and just added a couple extra kgs. So the vehicle now extremely powerful, and is just gonna be quite a spicy build. Now when it comes to running this vehicle with no traction control on, for a circuit with, how do I say, not long straightaways, I suggest running the transmission at 270 kilometers per hour. This way this car is going to be banging through the gears and remain in the high RPM rev range throughout the race or throughout whatever you're doing with the vehicle. Like around Kyoto driving park, I had it set at 270 and the car was an absolute beast, seeing us traveling at well over 320 kilometers per hour, and the straightaways aren't even that long on the circuit. So the vehicle, an absolute beast. When it comes to the circuits with longer straightaways, I'm going to suggest that you use a transmission set at around 310-320 kilometers per hour. Then you will see the vehicle traveling well over 360 kilometers per hour. This vehicle is very capable of doing 400 kilometers per hour with absolute ease. The Alpine with the Nissan GTR engine. The GTR engine is just so overpowered. It's so fun, and to put it in the Alpine, which was never meant to have a lot of power, it just really changes the vehicle and makes it an absolute track monster. So if you haven't already tried out the Alpine A110, well, I suggest you do. But as I said, the vehicle and the swap is reasonably affordable. You're spending 80,000 on the vehicle, less than 200 on the engine, and then okay, you're gonna spend quite a bit on upgrading, but overall it's still quite affordable for an engine swap, and it is going to be absolutely insane. So if you guys do go on to enjoy this video, well, hit that like and subscribe button for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.